You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Welcome live from Worthen Arena, where we are just about 13 minutes away from a major MAC showdown between the Ball State Cardinals at the top of the standings and the Buffalo Bulls sitting at third, just behind the Toledo Rockets. Good evening, I'm Brayden Carroll, no analyst beside me again tonight. If you joined us last night for senior night, Ball State Central Michigan men's basketball, that was the case as well. Still very lonely up here, but regardless, we're going to have fun. This is a heavyweight clash, to say the very least. 22-7 Ball State on the season, and the Buffalo Bulls 23-5. Both of these teams, they have become regular winners. But somebody has to lose tonight at Worthen Arena. First, let's look into the Ball State Cardinals. They're coming into this one 14-2 in the Mid-American Conference. Two of their losses have come this month, both in a row, losing at Toledo and then at home against Kent State on Saturday of the 22nd. But they are off two straight wins now, beating Central Michigan 60-58 on the road, and then beating Western Michigan in Kalamazoo 55-45. Looking deeper into that game, the defensive performance from Ball State was absolutely pure. They held Western Michigan to 10 points in the entire first half of that one. Despite Ball State shooting 1 of 16 from beyond the arc, it really didn't matter for the Cardinals. Their defense was simply perfect against the Broncos, and we saw some massive performances from the likes of first Allie Becky, who 10 points, 4 steals, and 7 rebounds. Those 4 steals really standing out. Alex Richard led the charge with 29 points on 13 of 18 shooting. Elise Stuck was able to get into the action. 5 rebounds she managed to put up in her time off of the bench. And Marie Kiefer, 13 rebounds and a perfect 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. This is a Ball State team looking for their first outright MAC regular season title tonight, as long as they beat the Buffalo Bulls, who stand at 12-4 on the season. The case being that they are the only team with a true shot at taking Ball State down. Toledo as well. If Ball State were to lose out and Buffalo were to win out, that would give the Bulls a share of the regular season title. Toledo would be involved in that conversation as well if they manage to win out while Ball State loses out. It's all up to the final 3 with everybody else out. Looking at the MAC standings so far, Ball State sits at first with at least a share of the MAC title. Toledo at second, Buffalo at third, as mentioned before. Kent State sits at fourth with an 11-5 record. Miami 10-6 at the 5 spot. Bowling Green sits at 6th, and those are the only teams that have clinched a spot in the MAC tournament. Going into the bubble, Central Michigan sits at 7th in the MAC, 7-9, just above Western Michigan, as the Chippewas hold the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Broncos. Western Michigan sitting at 8th, which is the final spot in the MAC tournament. Outside of those two teams, NIU still has a shot. They're at 6-10 right now, sitting at 9th. They can still make the tournament, even jump as high as 7th in the standings if Central and Western fall down the stretch. And then teams that have been eliminated in order: Ohio, Akron, and Eastern Michigan to round out the Mid-American Conference fold. We're going to take a quick break. Next up, we'll talk about what the Buffalo Bulls have been up to this season. Why are they 23-5? What is going on up there in upstate New York? We'll have more to chat about after this break. You're listening to SportsLink Digital, the pregame show. Ball State women's basketball presented by Victory Honda of Muncie will return after this.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. We are about 8 minutes away now from the tip-off of Ball State Buffalo, a big-time women's basketball showdown in the Mid-American Conference with the regular season title on the line. I'm Brayden Carroll, no analyst tonight. Thanks for joining us here on the pregame show. Looking at Buffalo, we talked about Ball State on the other side of that break. The Bulls, they're 23-5 this year, 12-4 in the Mid-American Conference, headed by head coach Becky Burke in her third year at Buffalo. This is a veteran squad, 6 seniors leading the charge, no juniors. This is really a very top-heavy squad in their final season together, looking to make a big-time run, maybe make the school's first NCAA tournament appearance since 2022. And if there's a team to do it in the blue and white, it is this year's Bulls squad. Nola Key Cornfield leading the team in assists per game with 5.5. She's coming off a 7-assist performance in Buffalo's win over Eastern Michigan, 71-54. Lewis Williams has been brilliant as a sophomore guard, one of the few youngsters who has gotten regular starts this season for the Bulls. She's averaging 5.5 rebounds a game, shooting 50% from beyond the arc. I give her the percentage. By my count, it's a minimum of 10 shots. She's 5 of 10 this season, shooting brilliantly when she gets the ball from the perimeter. And what else to say other than Shella Watson? Big number 35, the 5'8", fifth-year senior. She'll be making her 29th start tonight. She's averaging 20.3 points per game. That is good for 17th in Division I basketball. Obviously first in the Mid-American Conference. She had 21 points on 10 of 13 shooting against Eastern Michigan earlier this week. This is a Buffalo Bulls squad that is searching for a share of the MAC regular season title. Talked about it before that break that we just had. They need to win out. Ball State needs to lose out, and obviously that includes a win for the Bulls tonight in Worthen Arena. The rest of their schedule, they face Western Michigan before heading to the MAC tournament, which they have already clinched a spot in. Ball State plays Ohio, a 9-20 squad who has been eliminated from the MAC tournament. The odds are slim for the Bulls to get a share of that regular season title, but they desperately wanted a team that has won 3 MAC tournament championships, looking for a regular season title to go alongside their trophy showcase. This Bulls team, they are first in the MAC in margin of victory, 15.3. They average, winning 33rd in Division I, but their schedule has not been the toughest. You look at Ball State, they have faced 4 top 50 teams by net, that being number 18, Ohio State, number 20, North Carolina, number 42, Columbia, and number 44, South Dakota State. Meanwhile, the best win, according to net, that Buffalo has this season is against 102nd Vermont. Beyond that, they have just faced not the most difficult out-of-conference schedule, playing teams of the likes of St. Bonaventure, Canisius, Stony Brook, and Binghamton, as well as Maryland Eastern Shore. All of those teams I just listed not within the top 200 of Division I women's hoops. The Buffalo Bulls are brilliant this season. They are first in points per game in the MAC with 74.6, and they are second in points allowed at 59.3 a game. Their free throw percentage, 77%. This is a team you don't want to send to the line, and when they shoot from the field, they hit their shots as well. First in the MAC at 46%. They pass the ball around well, first in the MAC at assists per game. They're clean with the basketball. First in turnovers per game, of course, that being the lowest number in the MAC, not the highest number. And their defense is absolutely stout as well, second in steals per game. Ball State making their way onto the floor now. while the Buffalo Bulls remain in their huddle. Here's Coach Becky Burke barking orders. She is a seasoned coach in her 9th year overall, her 3rd year at Buffalo. She coached at Emory-Riddle, a non-Division I school, then Charleston from 2018 to 2020. Then she coached at South Carolina Upstate from 2020 to 2022, with Hanness and Watson following her from Upstate to Buffalo. Harness, correction, not Hanness, as Tira Harness played at USC Upstate from 2021 to 22. Chella Watson played there from the same years as well. Came to follow her, believed in the philosophy of Coach Burke, and it has paid off dividends for this Buffalo team. Everybody is well close knitted. The upperclassmen, all starters for tonight except Kirsten Lewis-Williams, as it will be Nola Nee Cornfield, the 5th-year senior guard, starting for the Buffalo Bulls, and Ness, a senior as well. Beatty, another senior, and Watson, a 5th-year senior. They'll be the starters for the Buffalo Bulls. So you look at the future for Buffalo, it's going to have to be in the lower classmen, as they have 5 sophomores and 3 freshmen. Only 1 sophomore is getting a start tonight. It'll be Kirsten Lewis-Williams in her 28th start of the season, as Coach Burke will have to build her program either around transfers or around her next season. Buffalo, it's really make or break this season with so many players graduating. This is the year, and this team has already had their senior night. Correction, no, they haven't. They play Western Michigan. That is my bad. They haven't had their senior night yet, so the emotions aren't really there yet for Buffalo. It hasn't sunk in that this is that final ride, but surely they know with a MAC outright regular season title on the line just how important a game like this is to the 2025 Buffalo Bulls legacy. For the Cardinals, they have 5 seniors on their squad. Allie Becky leading the charge amongst that squad. 5'8" senior guard in her 30th start tonight, averaging 6 assists per game, 37% from beyond the arc, 88% free throw shooting. She has been brilliant this year, 14.6 points per game. She led the team in double-doubles last season. She had 25 double-digit points last season. She's had 9 games with 20-plus points this season. She has somehow improved from her ridiculous numbers in the 2023-24 campaign. She's 8th in the MAC in points per game, 1st in assists per game, 4th in free throw percentage, and 2nd in steals per game, averaging 2.3 in that mark. She leads the charge. Lachelle Alston, a transfer on this team, hailing from Eastern Michigan, where she played from 2021 to 24. And she has had 16 games this year with double-digit points. She has started every game this year alongside the likes of Marie Kiefer, who has been with Ball State from the beginning. She is an absolute star. 6th in the MAC in rebounds per game with 7.2, and 1st in blocks per game, almost averaging 2 a game. There are stars all over this court, and it is absolutely a heavyweight clash. National anthem coming up here. We'll take one last break before tip-off and starting lineups for tonight's matchup. Ball State Buffalo, women's basketball, SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. We'll be right back after this.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Indiana's top sports media school in 2024 by the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena, moments away from tip-off of Ball State Buffalo, a heavyweight women's basketball clash in the Mid-American Conference. I'm Brayden Carroll. Thank you for joining us tonight live from Worthen. It's going to be a fun one. Let's get right into the starting lineups for both of these teams. First, for the visiting Buffalo Bulls, at guard, the fifth-year senior Nola Nee Cornfield in her 21st start of the season, averaging 5.5 assists per game. She is second in the MAC at that number. The guard, number 5, Sitoa Hines, a senior once again in her 14th start, hailing from Spain, a transfer from St. John's in 2023. She is an absolute great player for this Bulls team. Number 11, Kirsten Lewis-Williams, a sophomore in her 28th start of the year. She leads the team in rebounds per game and is shooting 50% from beyond the arc. Number 30, Jordan Beatty, a senior forward, her 6th start of the season, shooting 59% from the field. She had 10 points against Eastern Michigan earlier this week, looking for another big one tonight, a transfer from Texas A&M Commerce. And then finally, one of the star players in all of college basketball, the guard, the fifth-year senior, Chella Watson, in her final road game in the regular season. 20.3 points per game, first in the MAC at that number, an 84% free throw shooter. Scored 21 points against Eastern Michigan, looking for another big night tonight. Now let's take a look at the home team, the Ball State Cardinals. Number 0, the senior, Allie Becky, in her second to last game at Worthen Arena, leading the charge in assists per game with 6.0 at that number, a 37% three-point shooter, 88% from the stripe. At the guard slot, number 11, Lachelle Austin, a senior in her 30th start of the year, averaging double-digit points per game, as well as 3.3 assists per game. Another Cardinal shooting plus 80% from the foul line. Number 14, Marie Kiefer, another senior on this squad at the forward position, leading the team in rebounds per game with 17.2. She has 13 rebounds backing her up from her showing against Western Michigan. Number 20, Alex Richard, another forward on this team and another senior in her second to last game in Muncie, averaging 15.6 points per game, leading the Cardinals in that stat. She had 29 against Western Michigan. And then finally, number 24, Madeline Bischoff, one more senior on this team, a 35% field goal shooter, 37% from beyond the arc. She's also averaging double-digit points and is another one of those great impact players that Coach Brady Salih has brought into the program. Speaking of Coach Salih, he's looking for his 260th win as a Ball State Cardinal head coach, his 396th overall. He is looking to make that 400 mark by the end of what has been a phenomenal season for his team. Ball State wearing the all-whites with the gray numbers, the red lettering, and the red trim. Buffalo, the visiting team, wearing the all-blues with the white numbers, white lettering, and black trim. The Cardinals will move left to right, the Bulls right to left. Tip-off, getting ready here. It's Marie Kiefer versus Jordan Beatty. Beatty at 6 foot, Kiefer at 6'2". And no surprise, it's Kiefer who wins the tip. We start the clock. It's time for basketball in Worthen Arena. Alex Richard, top of the key, pass to the left block to Kiefer. She hands off to Becky. Toss to Richard, heading into the paint, off the glass, rattles out. Offensive board fought by Kiefer, a whistle blown, and a foul on Buffalo. Jordan Beatty was about to corral it off the floor, but a whistle on, not her, but I believe they'll call that on Lewis Williams. That's her first personal of the game and the first overall between either of these teams. Inbound under the basket with 20 on the shot clock. It's Allie Becky tossing it over everybody's head to Marie Kiefer. Handoff to Becky, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cardinals as Sitoa Hines really thought that was out on Allie Becky. Instead, it's an inbound along the sidelines. Only 2 seconds taken off the shot clock as Bischoff receives the inbound. Kiefer running it, top of the key, back to Bischoff. Down low, great pass to Alex Richard, and she finishes. 2 points, uncontested down low. Quick on the fast break. Kirsten Lewis Williams goes for a bucket, and she misses in the paint. Rebound, Lachelle Austin. She passes to Allie Becky to safely set up the offense. Straight away, double team, steal forced by Lewis Williams. Fast break for the Bulls. Cornfield, mid-range jumper at the left elbow, no good. And a rebound for Kiefer. Ball back to the Cardinals as Becky crosses the timeline. Heads down low, loses control of the ball, and they're going to say as it goes out of bounds along the baseline, it is off the shin of Nolani Cornfield. It will stay with the Cardinals. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball State leads 2-0. Becky to inbound on the near side baseline. Scanning, nobody's open. Tosses it over everybody's head again to Austin. Top of the key. Now Bischoff at the left wing. Handoff back to Austin. Dishes Kiefer in the left arc. Down to Becky. Back to now Richard working it down low. And she's rejected by Jordan Beatty. In transition again, the Bulls move quick. Cornfield, top of the key to Watson. She'll take a 3. No good off the back of the iron. Becky is there for the board. Outlet pass to Bischoff in the right corner. And she'll give to Becky straight away. Both teams moving quickly. A whistle blown as Becky fed the ball to Alex Richard. And it is going to go on Buffalo. The second for the Bulls, the first for Hines. Another inbound on the near side baseline. Allie Becky once again the one to take it up. Richard will take the pass at the left elbow. Moving in towards the paint, she loses her handles and it's stripped away by Lewis Williams. In transition, 3-2. Watson charging the paint off the glass. Another miss down low by Buffalo. Austin is there for the rebound and the Bulls are struggling early. With 8:08 to go, it's still 2-0 Cardinals. Top of the key, passes to Becky at the right wing. And she'll give to Bischoff between the rings. Moving in towards the paint on the near side. Takes some contact with a shot, and instead it will be a charge. So they will signal Bischoff for the charge as Jordan Beatty down low receives the contact and forces the whistle. First personal for the Cardinals as it's Cornfield taking it across the timeline. Far arc, Hines. Pass to Beatty. She hands off to Watson. Pass back and forth between Lewis Williams and Watson. Lewis Williams down low, reverse layup, blocked, and they'll call it a foul on Lachelle Austin. First trip to the foul line goes to the Bulls. Both offenses moving quickly throughout the early goings of this one. Clearly a lot of energy. Both teams know so much is on the line tonight. Lewis Williams, an 81% free throw shooter, hailing from Mooresville, North Carolina, makes the first free throw. She was the 2024 MAC Freshman of the Year. Started every single game last season. She has 2 double-doubles this year. Just a fantastic player to build a program around after these seniors head out after this year. Both free throws are good for Lewis Williams, and it's 2-2. Knotted up with 7:34 to go in the first quarter. Austin at the Cardinal logo, running the offense. Pass tipped, gets to Kiefer safely in the right arc. Sets her feet, thought about a shot, moving to the straightaway position. Handoff Austin. Dish to Becky, thought about a three. Top of the key, backing in, pass to Austin. Near corner, three ball. Almost went in, but the rim unkind. In transition, the Bulls outlet pass, gets it down to Beatty, off the glass and in. Great offensive scheme in transition by the Bulls, and they have the lead, 4-2. 7 to go in the first quarter. Becky almost lost her handles again in the right wing. Moves down to the paint, pass Lachelle Austin. She'll take another three. Far corner, it's good. A swish for Lachelle Austin. Her first bucket of the game, and it's 5-4. Cards lead again. 6:45 to go. MJ getting ready to substitute in on the next dead ball. For now, Buffalo working it on offense. It's Cornfield heading. Allie Becky hovers. Beatty sets the screen. Cornfield to the near elbow. Pass out. Far arc. Lewis Williams goes to the charity stripe. Jumper rolling around the rim and in. Rather than roll, it bounced about 7 times. That is her second bucket. 4 points. 6-5 Buffalo lead. 6:10 to go in the first. Becky, right wing. Stuck on her pivot foot. Bounce pass to the charity stripe. Kiefer's there, heading toward the paint. Off the glass, no good. Rebound Beatty. Here comes Buffalo again. Moving quickly is Watson. She goes to the paint along the far side. Shot up, air ball. Great defense in transition by Madeline Bischoff. And the rebound goes to Kiefer. On offense, Bischoff receives the outlet pass. Heads to the paint, uncontested, easy layup. 7-6, Ball State, 5:40 to go in the first. Cornfield slows things down as Coach Burke signals the play. Straightaway position. Beatty sets the screen on the near side. Cornfield obliges to the paint. Blocked. Alex Richard. No surprise seeing her get active on defense. Ball heads out of bounds, and Richard will head to the bench as Malia Johnson, MJ, checks in. Off the bench as well, Ariana Sewell, as she will sub in for the Bulls. Lewis Williams takes the inbound at the baseline. 8 to go on the shot clock. Pass Watson, top of the key, 3 is money. The star guard gives the Bulls the lead, 9-7 with 5:10 to go in the first. Becky in the left wing, moving to the block. A whistle as she is called for a charge. She sent Shella Watson straight to the wood, and that's an easy charge. First personal on Allie Becky, team's third. One more substitution here as Elise Stuck will check in for Allie Becky. Becky was trying to find MJ open in the right wing and just didn't see Watson right in front of her. Down low in the paint. Cornfield, top of the key for Buffalo. Pass, Sewell, left elbow, back out Watson, top of the key. Down low, great pass to Lewis Williams. Far block, she'll give it to the elbow. Jumper, no good by Cornfield. Rebound Bischoff. Ball State working it. Austin, guarded very deep in the perimeter. That's Hanness giving her some tight defense. Pass to Bischoff, top of the key. Over to Stuck, left wing. In the corner, Austin has it now. 15 on the shot clock. MJ open, top of the key. Great feed to Stuck. She goes for the basket, misses. Fight for the rebound in the hands of Sewell. In transition, Lewis Williams heading to the block. Down at the restricted zone. Reverse layup off the glass and doesn't even touch the rim. Rebound MJ. Here comes the Cardinals. Down 9-7 with 4:10 to go. Johnson, top of the key. Pass to Bischoff, right wing. Back to MJ. Heads in from the far side. Tough layup, whistle, and a blocking foul. Coach Burke wants a travel rather than a foul on her own team. The officials disagree. And that'll lead to our first media timeout. 9-7 the score. They'll call that foul officially on Ariana Sewell, her first and the team's third. We'll take a break alongside the players. Buffalo leads 9-7 over the Cardinals with 4:04 to go in the first quarter. SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie will return after these messages.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts, right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. The score with 4:04 to go in the first quarter in favor of the Bulls, 9-7 over the hosting Cardinals. I'm Brayden Carroll. Thank you for joining us here on SportsLink Digital Radio. Looking at the stats so far, Lewis Williams leading the charge for Buffalo with 4 points, 2 of them coming at the charity stripe, 1 a field goal down low. She also has an assist and a steal in her 6 minutes on the floor. For the Cardinals, Lachelle Austin has 3 points, Richard with 2, and Madeline Bischoff with a couple points as well. So far, Buffalo losing the rebound count 8-5 in favor of the Cardinals, but you look at how this game has gone. Despite the Bulls shooting 1 of 5 in their last 5 field goal attempts, it's the Cardinals who have gone scoreless in the last minute 40. And Buffalo has been able to take advantage of the cold stretch. Buffalo's forced 4 turnovers on Ball State. Meanwhile, the Bulls have yet to give up one of their own. This is a Buffalo Bulls team that's really not a surprise. First in the MAC in the fewest amount of turnovers per game at 14.4, but you look at Ball State, they only average 14.7. They're second in the MAC, and despite that, a couple charges and a couple loose balls have forced the ball out of the Cardinals' grasp. Media timeout coming to the close. These are two coaches who, this is really a war between them. We know the star power on the floor. It comes down to the coaching when both teams are so elite in the players that they have. Coach Salih in his 13th year at Ball State. Coach Burke in her 3rd year at Buffalo. Both looking to build elite programs in the Mid-American Conference, and both are succeeding. So out of the media timeout, Malia Johnson to take 2 free throws for the Cardinals. She's averaging 63% from the charity stripe. That's the lowest mark among the regular rotation, and the lowest amount by any Cardinal with at least 10 attempts. First free throw rattles out. Ball State yet to make a free throw in this game so far. There's only been 6 minutes allotted, but slight concern taken away as Johnson makes the second free throw. 8-9 the score. Buffalo still up. 4 minutes to go in the first. Quick on the other end. Hines takes it down. Tough shot. MJ was there with tight defense. She's also there for the rebound off the miss. Austin will be the one to take it across the stripe on the near side. Great screen by Kiefer. Austin spinning around, lost the ball. Sewell to Watson, fast break layup, she missed it. Nothing but open court in front of her. Maybe she felt Elise Stuck charging behind her. Austin will take it for the Cardinals on offense. Now Stuck along the near baseline, just inside the perimeter. Pass to Austin. And back out to Bischoff at the left wing. 15 on the shot clock. Now Stuck working it at the wing. Austin, far corner, over to Kiefer. Left arc. Gives, Stuck, top of the key, down low, MJ, rejected, but a foul given. They'll call that one on Ariana Sewell. As the team's 4th personal, and more importantly, that's Sewell's 2nd. Some substitutions here before the free throws. Allie Becky subs in, as well as Alex Richard. And it will be Marie Kiefer and Lachelle Austin hitting the bench. Sewell with the foul trouble early also hits the bench, and subbing in for her is Chella Watson. So 2 more free throws here from Aaliyah Johnson, the transfer from Texas A&M. Makes the first free throw. She had some success earlier this season against Buffalo, leading the charge in rebounds with 10 against the Bulls on their game January the 11th. Misses the second free throw. Buffalo in transition. Watson, great pass to Ness, down low, misses the basket. Put back Lewis Williams, rejected by MJ. Ball State coming up big on defense there. Allie Becky across the timeline, working the near arc. Some tight defense given by Cornfield. Becky almost went to her knee, kept the dribble, pass to Stuck to Johnson. Down low, Richard can't receive the pass cleanly, heads out of bounds, and that's a turnover. Great defense by the Cardinals, immediately followed up by some stout D by the Bulls. Make that Ball State's 6th turnover of this first quarter. 9-9 still the score, 2:36 to go in the first. Chella Watson, top of the key. She passes to Cornfield left wing. Screen set by Beatty. Pick and roll. Stuck there to shut it down. Pass out to Cornfield across the court. Hines takes a 3. Good. Right there in the left wing. And the Buffalo Bulls have the lead again. Her first basket. 12-9, 2:15 to go. Ball State working it. Stuck. Fouled along the right wing. A reach in on Hines, her second. So that's another Bull in foul trouble, and that will force Coach Burke to send in another bench player here, as it will be Paola Lopez, the sophomore, checking in for the foul troubled Hines. With Ball State in the bonus, as Buffalo has 5 fouls allotted, it will be Elise Stuck at the charity stripe for a 1-and-1. Shooting 64% this season, misses the first free throw. Worthen Arena, solidly packed today. Not much of a student section, but no surprise as it's spring break. Silent right now and excited for that second free throw make by Elise Stuck, her first bucket. And it is 12-10 in favor of the Bulls with 2:12 to go in the first quarter. Cornfield running the point across the timeline. Allie Becky guarding. Zigzag off ball along the baseline. Bounce past Beatty, left elbow. Heave over the head to Lopez. She passes out to Cornfield, left wing. Back to Lopez, right arc. Moving into the elbow. Tight defense from Stuck. A whistle and a travel. Elise Stuck didn't give her an inch down in the paint. And that results in the first turnover for the Bulls. Minute 50 to go in the first quarter. Buffalo still up 12-10. Allie Becky working the offense for the Cardinals. Pass to Richard, top of the key. Bouncer right back to Becky, same spot. Feed over everybody's head. Down low to Stuck. She can't finish, but she is fouled on the way. They will call Paola Lopez, the sophomore, on that one. So Elise Stuck right back at the charity stripe. First it was MJ who had 2 straight visits to the free throw line. Now it's Elise Stuck. First one is off the front of the iron. She receives a high 5. Some encouragement from MJ, the only other free throw shooter in this game so far for the Cardinals. And the second free throw is good for Elise Stuck. Across the court, Buffalo moving quickly. Lewis Williams down low. Great feed to Lopez, uncontested in the paint. She hits it. Her first basket, and it's 14-11 Buffalo with 1:27 to go in the first. Allie Becky working the right wing. Pass to MJ. Same spot. Tried to find Richard down low. Lewis Williams disrupts, forces it out of bounds. It'll be Cardinal basketball with 21 seconds on the shot clock. Some more substitutions here for Ball State as Marie Kiefer and Madeline Bischoff check in for Malia Johnson and Elise Stuck. Allie Becky, once again, the inbounder here on the near side of the baseline. Scans and finds Austin in the right wing. Pass Kiefer, top of the key. She'll toss to Becky, same spot. Some tight defense from Nola Lee Cornfield. Austin now Pass to Richard, just inside the arc, takes a shot straight away, misses, and the rebound goes to Lewis Williams. In transition, Watson working the far side to the paint, floater, no good. Rebound Beatty, a whistle blown, and a foul on Ball State. Alex Richard, the guilty party, her first foul, and that will send Buffalo one away from the bonus now as Ball State has 4. Quick inbound to Lewis Williams. Buffalo caught Ball State flat-footed. 16-11. The Bulls lead by 5 with 50 to go in the first quarter. Marie Kiefer working the right wing. Ball State 1 of 4 on their last 4 field goal attempts. Now Becky straight away. Moving to the left wing. Kiefer straight away. Toss. Richard in the restricted zone. Tried to feed Becky in the left wing, and it's stolen by Cornfield. 30 on the shot clock as Lewis Williams takes it across the timeline and resets with a pass back to Cornfield. She tosses to Watson at the Cardinal logo. 3 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. Back to Cornfield, still working the deep perimeter at the top of the key. Bischoff hovering. Dribbling out. Here comes Cornfield to the paint. Tough layup. Off the glass, no good. Rebound goes to Alex Richard. 3 on the shot clock. Bischoff just inside the half-court stripe. 3, no good. And that will end the first quarter. Buffalo coming into Worthen Arena and putting up a tight contest through one quarter. It is 16-11 in favor of the visiting Bulls. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio. Ball State women's basketball presented by Victory Honda of Muncie will return after this break.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
From trivia night at Brothers and tater tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. The score at the end of the first quarter in favor of the visiting Buffalo Bulls, 16-11. I'm Brayden Carroll. Thank you for joining us here. Ball State with 7 turnovers in that first quarter, almost half of their average total per game, through 25% of a game. Meanwhile, the Bulls, they only have 1 so far. That's been one of the big differences, is their ability to keep it clean. And they have 5 points off of Ball State's 7 turnovers that have assisted them as well. Looking at the Cardinals' advantages, they lead the rebound count 12-9, as well as the bench points count with 4 compared to Buffalo's, 2 points coming off the bench. Both of those come in from Paulo Lopez. Leading the charge for the Bulls is Kirsten Lewis-Williams, the only sophomore, only underclassman for that count, starting tonight for Buffalo, as she has 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting, 2 of 2 from the stripe, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Looking at Ball State, leading the charge is Lachelle Austin with 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting and 9 minutes on the floor. Buffalo is a tough team. All season long, they have proved that. A lot of people look at their strength of schedule and sort of question that 23-5 record, having faced teams like St. Bonaventure, Canisius, Stony Brook, Binghamton, and Maryland Eastern Shore. Meanwhile, the Cardinals face teams like Ohio State, North Carolina, Columbia, and South Dakota State, with wins over Northern Iowa and Texas A&M. And Old Dominion, technically a 3-time national champion. But through one quarter, Buffalo has shown their strength and proved a lot of people wrong. The Bulls will start with the basketball out of the first quarter break. Cornfield, top of the key. Becky, guarding, bounce pass, far elbow to Lewis Williams. Double team by Kiefer and Becky, splitting the defense, pass back out, top of the key. Cornfield moves in, stuck on a pivot foot, near side. Give, Lewis Williams, she'll take a mid-range jumper, blocked by Kiefer. Becky will take it across the timeline, left wing. Hand over, Kiefer, 3-ball straight away off the left side of the iron. Becky there for the offensive board, but she can't keep it in bounds, and it will go to Buffalo. 9:30 to go in the second quarter. Bulls still hold that 16-11 advantage. Nolan E. Cornfield across the timeline at the mid-court logo. Cornfield, Becky, an interesting matchup all night long. Lewis Williams, pass, Beatty. Now right wing, Watson working it. A pass to Lewis Williams in the left wing. Errant as it sails out of bounds. It really wasn't even close to her. Second turnover of the game for the Bulls, and the Cardinals are working it now. Becky, top of the key. Richard now at the charity stripe. Pass back out, Austin right arc. Tight defense by the Bulls everywhere. Kiefer straight away over to Bischoff, left wing. Toss, Kiefer down low, goes for the layup, too strong, but she is called for a charge. I believe they will call it a charge on Ball State. That's the third charging foul down low by the Cardinals. And once again, it's Jordan Beatty drawing the foul. That's the first on Kiefer. 8:44 to go. Buffalo has it up 5 in the second quarter. Paolo Lopez at the feathers of the Cardinal logo on the far side. Bounce pass, Beatty. Handoff Watson straight away. Give, Cornfield. Same spot. Austin guarding. Beatty with the screen. Pick and roll. Beautifully executed as it's Jordan Beatty finishing down low. 18-11, Buffalo leads, 8:15 in the first half. Becky, top of the key. Scans the court, finds Richard at the charity stripe. Stuck on a pivot foot, back to Becky, top of the key. Right back to Richard. And a blocking foul on Buffalo. Coach Burke wanted another charge, but instead this one will go on the Bulls. Lewis Williams called for her second. Becky, baseline inbound, feed to Bischoff, right elbow. Almost stolen away, pass to Austin safely. A whistle and a push. That's the third foul on Lewis Williams. Coach Burke not happy with that, and they'll actually call Paolo Lopez on that. As my apologies, it must have been off ball. Becky, far side inbound, give to Bischoff, left wing. Top of the key, Kiefer, dish to Austin, right side. Working the perimeter, Becky straight away, down low, Richard spinning on Beatty, tough shot rejected by Beatty, but a foul on the Bulls. One possession results in 3 fouls for Buffalo. Not to Coach Burke's liking. The first for Jordan Beatty, and the first visit to the charity stripe for the senior Alex Richard. Coming off her second best performance of the year against Western Michigan, 29 points. Second only to her 33 points at Toledo on the 19th of this month. First free throw good by Richard. Elise Stuck getting ready to sub in on the dead ball, and she makes both free throws. That puts Richard up to 4 points. Elise Stuck will check in for Alex Richard. Chella Watson to inbound for Buffalo. The Bulls still lead 18-13 with 7:47 to go in this second quarter. Full court defense Buffalo breaks through it. Beatty receives the pass down low, and she is uncontested with a beautiful hesitation. 20-13, she's up to 6 points. Buffalo back up 7. 7:30 in the second quarter. Becky, step back 3 off the back of the iron. And a rebound goes to Cornfield. Buffalo working the fast break. Lewis Williams to the paint. Shot rejected by Kiefer. Her second block of the game. And rebounded by Elise Stuck. Becky working it. Pass, Austin, 3-ball, left wing, yes! Lachelle Austin up to 6 points. And it's back to a 4-point game, 7:05 to go in the first half. Bulls up 20-16 with the basketball. Chella Watson deep in the left wing. Beatty, the screen, the pick and roll to Beatty, goes down low, and a charge called. Elise Stuck set her feet and forced the foul. Third turnover for the Bulls. Second foul on Beatty. Substitution made by Coach Burke. As it is Ariana Sewell checking in for Lewis Williams. Becky crossed the timeline for the Cardinals. Backing up on Corfield. Handoff Bischoff. Top of the key, Stuck over to Austin, same spot. She'll toss to Becky. Stuck. The screen. Bulls break through it. Pass down low to Stuck. Beautiful by Becky. Reverse layup off the back of the rim, and out it goes. Rebounded by Beatty. Fast break. Lopez working the paint. Oh, they missed a travel call there. Coach Salih not nice to that miss. Cornfield amidst the confusion, an easy layup down low. 22-16, her first basket, 6-10 in the first half. Ball State working it now as Bischoff, right wing, feed, Kiefer down in the restricted zone. Off the glass she goes and in. Her first bucket, 22-18, Buffalo leads, 6 to go in the second quarter. Down low, Cornfield working it. A whistle and a foul on Ball State. Coach Salih wanted a jump ball as Lachelle Austin got in there during the transition run to the paint. Got her hand on the ball, but they will signal her for the foul. Under the basket impound, it's Nola Lee Cornfield, the fifth-year senior. Grace Kingery will sub in for Lachelle Austin, who's up to her second personal. 5:57 on the clock. Buffalo leads 22-18 over the Cardinals. Inbound safely to Beatty in the far elbow. Handoff, perimeter, Watson with it. Moving to the paint. Bounce pass, left it for Beatty. Far block, spinning. Tough shot down low, rejected. Combination of Stuck and Kiefer. Bischoff, step up 3, left wing, no good. That was a deep 3-ball and a missed opportunity. Across the timeline, Cornfield working the charity stripe. Pass wide open, Lopez, Sewell rather. Far corner misses, and Kiefer's there for the rebound. Becky across the timeline. Some tight defense by Lopez. Becky trying to catch her off guard, heading to the paint, misses a layup as she punches the back of the basketball rim, or rather the supporter of the hoop. Couldn't find a way to word that one, and it's a travel in transition on Buffalo. That's the fourth turnover for the Bulls, 22-18. Buffalo still leads, 5:13 to go. Another substitution here for the Cardinals as Marie Kiefer checks in for Elise Stuck. Full court defense given by Nola Lee Cornfield. Becky across the timeline. Screen set by Kiefer, double team coming. Safe pass to Richard straight away. Over to Kingery, near wing. Bounce pass, down to the block. Richard working. Tough layup, good. Despite the tight defense, she's up to 6 points in transition. Layup by Watson, can't get it. Sewell with the rebound. Stays with the Bulls. Cross-court pass to Watson. She'll take a 3 in the near corner, off the iron, and into the hands of Alex Richard. The score is 22-20, a one-possession game still in favor of the Bulls with 4:26 to go in the first half. Becky passes to Richard. She'll take a shot and was trying to draw a foul, I believe, with that attempt as it misses well wide. Rebound to Buffalo, and Cornfield goes across the stripe. moving in from the top of the key, thought about it at least, and backs back out. Bischoff guarding. Around the defender, pass to Sewell. Double team down low. Aaron pass stolen by Kingery and tipped out of bounds in transition by Cello Watson. Smart play by the fifth-year senior to avoid the fast break and force the Cardinals to reset. However, it will be called a foul on Cello Watson. Ultimately worth it for the Bulls as an exchange of a foul for what would have rather been 2 points. Media timeout here, 3:57 to go in the second quarter. Buffalo still leads 22-20. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. We'll be right back after this.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. Buffalo leads 22-20 over the Cardinals with 3:57 to go in the first half. I'm Brayden Carroll. Thanks for joining us here. Buffalo headed by Lewis Williams and Beatty, both with 6 points. Lewis Williams off 7 shots and Beatty off of 4 shots. The Cardinals, meanwhile, it's Lachelle Austin and Alex Richard, both with 6 points as the leading scorers so far for Ball State. Even off of the blocks as the rebounds are in favor of the Cardinals by a slim margin of 17-16. Meanwhile, the Bulls lead the offensive glass 4-1. Taking a look around the MAC, there's only really one other game that matters to either of these teams, that being Toledo and Northern Illinois, with the Rockets at the second position in the MAC standings. They are up 11-6 right now, halfway through the first quarter, over the Northern Illinois Huskies. What matters there is if Buffalo is able to win tonight against Ball State, it is them and Toledo knotted up at the second and third slot. Toledo holds a tiebreaker over Buffalo, so playing the seeding game in the MAC tournament, you don't want it to come down to a coin flip. If you're the Bulls, you would rather win out and hope that Toledo loses one of their last 2. And so far, it's a close game in DeKalb between the Rockets and the Huskies. Out of the media timeout here, it'll be free throws for the Cardinals. Bulls at 5 personals, so Ball State, a 1-1 chance here for Grace Kingery. A freshman with a 64% free throw mark misses that free throw there. It's not a 1-1 correction. It will be both shots here. And she makes the second. Her first points of the game, it's 22-21 in favor of Buffalo. On the other side, Cornfield will pass to Watson, top of the key. Handoff back to Cornfield, straight away. Becky guarding. Bounce pass, Watson, left elbow, back out to Cornfield. Back to Watson. Maybe another pass to Cornfield. Yep, and she'll take the 3 in the left wing and sinks it. Not the most creative offensive scheme, but if it works, it works. 5 points for Cornfield, 25-21 Buffalo. Becky top of the key. 3:22 to go. Pass Kiefer left wing. Scans the floor down low. Will feed Bischoff instead across the court. Working the perimeter. Watson guarding. Now Becky straight away. Kiefer waited for a screen call. Didn't get it. Becky, left elbow. Down to the paint. Layup off the glass and in. Becky's first basket of this game. 25-23 Buffalo with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Cornfield heading the offense. Hovering the right wing. Harness sets a screen. Cornfield to Harness. Now Sewell, left elbow, just inside the perimeter. Handoff Cornfield at the charity stripe. Finds a wide open Harness in the corner. The three ball no good at the far side. And a rebound to Allie Becky. Cross the timeline. Dribble move, thought about a three. Pass instead to Kiefer, far block heading inside. Tough shot, no good, and a rebound to Chella Watson. Buffalo working it now. Cornfield. Straight to the rack, misses. And a rebound into the hands of Alex Richard. Becky across the timeline, past Bischoff, left wing, three ball, no good. And a rebound into the hands of Ariana Sewell as Chella Watson takes it across the stripe. Give to Cornfield, 2 minutes to go in the second quarter as Coach Burke signals the play. Left wing, feed to Harness in the near corner. Down low, wide open, Sewell, and she finishes. She missed the shot. She missed a wide open layup. Excuse me. 25-23 the score. I put my head down thinking that was an automatic maker. Kiefer, top of the key, down low. Richard rejected by the rim. Gets her own board. Pass to Kingery, far corner. She feeds Becky in the left wing. Heading inside. Contested layup, not a problem. 4 points for Becky, and it's a tie game. Buffalo led by as much as 5, and now it's knotted up at 25 with 1:13 to go in the first half. Nolani Cornfield at the Cardinal logo. Bounce pass Watson to the right wing. She'll take a three and misses. Offensive board by Cornfield. Coach Salih not satisfied with the effort on the defensive board. 12 seconds on the shot clock, 48 on the game clock. Sewell, top of the key. Handoff, Watson, same spot. Guarded by Bischoff, receives the screen. Pick and roll down low. Sewell, layup, good. Her first bucket, and it's 27-25. Buffalo leads again with 30 seconds to go in the first half. 7 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Becky dribbling it out along the half-court stripe, just inside the offensive zone with Cornfield guarding. Pass to Bischoff straight away. Back to Becky. Over to Richard, just inside the arc. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Feed Bischoff, right wing three, rejected. Blocked by Sewell. 4 on the shot clock. Fast break pass. Down low to Watson is tipped out of bounds by Allie Becky, who is quite frustrated with how things have gone in the last 2 minutes for the Cardinals, who are 1-5 in their last 5 attempts. 1-6 from beyond the arc. 3.3 on the game clock. 27-25, Buffalo leads with the basketball and inbound underneath the hoop. To Sewell, 1 second, restricted zone, spinning around, tight defense, a whistle, out of bounds. They will say that Sewell stepped along the baseline. 0.4 seconds left, technically enough time to take a shot, but Becky will just dribble it out and end the first half. 27-25 is the score. Buffalo leads, heading into the locker room. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. The halftime show coming up after this break.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State SportsLink.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State SportsLink.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. The score at the halftime break in favor of the Bulls, 27-25 over Ball State. I'm Brayden Carroll. Thank you for joining us tonight. Looking at the stat sheet, Lewis Williams and Jordan Beatty leading the charge for Buffalo with 6 points each, both having played 13 minutes on the floor. And for Ball State, 2 6-point scorers as well are the leading producers for the Cardinals, Lachelle Austin and Alex Richard. Looking around the MAC while we have the time to do so, Akron leads over Eastern Michigan right now, 50-37. That's a battle between teams, unfortunately, that both are out of MAC tournament contention, but Akron battling it out regardless, looking for a senior night win. Western Michigan leads 21-17 over Ohio with 1:08 to go in the first quarter. Toledo leads at the end of the first, 19-50 over Northern Illinois. Central Michigan and Miami are knotted up at 13 with 1 minute in the first, and the first quarter just ended in Bowling Green, Ohio, with the Falcons up 30-18 over Kent State. What really matters there is that Toledo, Northern Illinois result. Whatever happens there matters a lot to the Buffalo Bulls, as Toledo beat Buffalo earlier this season to stake their claim to the head-to-head tiebreaker, as both teams have a 12-4 MAC record. So if Buffalo wants to jump to the 2 spot, they need Toledo to lose tonight, and then Buffalo needs to do what they can control, which in their case is win basketball games. The Cardinals lead the rebounding count 21-20, 19-15 on the defensive glass. Buffalo passing it around well with 9 assists compared to Ball State's 4. And down low in the paint, it's been a great battle between the likes of Alex Richard and Marie Kiefer and Jordan Beatty for the Buffalo Bulls. 14 points down low by Buffalo and 12 points by Ball State. The foul count has brought Ball State to the bonus in both quarters, as Buffalo has given up 11 personals, Ball State just 6. And both of these teams so efficient in maintaining possession. First and second in the least amount of turnovers per game, but so far Buffalo has given up 6 and Ball State has given up 8, with the Cardinals projecting to go over their usual average for the season. We're going to take a break here on SportsLink Digital Radio. 10 minutes to go until the start of the third quarter. You're listening to the halftime show presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts, right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU Sports Link.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. Again, the score at the halftime break, Buffalo 27, Ball State 25. And this sort of brings up a fact of earlier this season for Ball State. They were able to knock off the Bulls at Buffalo 78-56. And then looking at this one, it's been surprising to see Buffalo start off so strong. I mean, you look back at that game in New York on the 11th of January, Buffalo never had the lead at any point of that ball game. At the halftime break, it was 43-25 in favor of the Cardinals. They only gave up 25 points through one half there, and right now they only have 25 points themselves in one half. Buffalo has been able to shut down what has been one of the most elite offenses in the MAC this season. Elise Stuck scored 20 points against Buffalo in that game. Right now, she is standing at just 2 points on 2 shots. Buffalo really learned a lot, it seems, from that game against the Cardinals earlier this season, made the correct adjustments. No surprise that a coach like Becky Burke did her due diligence heading into this one, a big-time rematch where you have to win both to maintain your hopes of a share of a MAC title and maintain the tiebreaker head-to-head, or I guess keep the tie for that tiebreaker head-to-head, because then if Ball State loses out, Buffalo wins out, and Toledo loses a game, which they are at threat of doing so against Northern Illinois right now through one quarter, then it sends the decision of who gets the 1 seed to a coin flip. And you would rather have 50-50 odds than no odds to get the 1 seed if you're the Buffalo Bulls. And there's always a good feeling about getting a share of the regular season title. Going deeper into that game between Ball State and Buffalo earlier this season, you look at the foul count, it was quite high in that one as well. Buffalo gave up 22 personals, Ball State 19. The points in paint battle was close, 38-36 in favor of the Cardinals. But Ball State won the rebounding affair, much like they are doing right now so far, but it's 21-20 right now. In that game in January, Ball State won 47-26 down low, and that's been one of the big differences here for Buffalo, especially their ability to rebound on the offensive end. They lost the offensive glass battle 15-7 earlier this season to the Cardinals. They're leading 5-2 right now in the first half. It's been a great effort from the bigs down low. Jordan Beatty using all 6 foot of her frame to get down and snag rebounds in this one. Sewell has been really surprising with 4 rebounds, Cornfield 4 as well, and Beatty 4 rebounds to boot. This is just an impressive showing from the Bulls. Some incredible resolve to get the rebounds and keep their possessions going. That's been one of the big differences between having the lead at halftime and not having the lead. And you have to give credit to Buffalo. Heading into the break, Jordan Beatty has been on fire. 3 of 4 in her last 4 shots, and she has been just a consistent shooter in this one. You look at how she performed against Ball State in the game in January. It was a tough performance with 10 minutes on the floor, 3 rebounds, didn't put up a single shot, missed both of her free throws that she got to finish with 0 points and 4 personal fouls. This is certainly a sort of comeback game for her. Give credit to the Bulls. 20 minutes given up on the clock, and they lead by 2 as Buffalo begins their warm-up to get ready for the third quarter of action. We'll take another break here on SportsLink Digital. On the other side, we'll have the start of the third quarter. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State SportsLink.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts, right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State sports with SportsLink Digital.
So just welcome back to Worthen Arena. Buffalo leads 27-25 as I fumble through the buttons on the board. 2:20 until we begin the third quarter. I'm Brayden Carroll. Thank you for joining us here on SportsLink Digital Radio. It's been very lonely up here, if I'm going to be honest with you. I really miss having an analyst. I talked about this last night in the Central Michigan Ball State men's basketball game. It hurts during times like this, during the halftime show, when usually pitch and woo with good buddy over here. Instead, there's nobody here. It's all alone up on this side of the booth. I really miss having an analyst, but it's been fun. We've had a great game here in this heavyweight matchup. Buffalo really surprising everybody here. A team that lost earlier this season to the Cardinals by 22 at home, leads by 2 on the road against the Cardinals, who are looking to win the outright MAC title tonight. The Cardinals hit the floor for their halftime warm-ups, and Worthen Arena a standing ovation for their players. This is the second to last night for the seniors here playing in the red and white at Muncie. Of course, the Cardinals on Saturday host Ohio in the true senior night, a Bobcat team that's 9-20 in the season overall and 4-12 in Mid-American Conference play. The Cardinals simply need to either win tonight or win on senior night to claim the outright MAC title, as they are 2 games ahead of both Toledo and Buffalo. As long as they don't lose out, they will be the sole holders of the MAC championship. Coach Becky Burke in her huddle. 54 wins in 3 years at Buffalo. 167 in 9 years of coaching overall in women's basketball. As said during the halftime show, Tira Harness and Chella Watson were former players for Coach Berg at South Carolina Upstate, which, fun fact, hosts the smallest arena in Division I basketball. Look up pictures of it. It's insane how small of an arena it is. They saw success there from 2020 to 2022, and once Coach Burke took this job here at Buffalo, Harness and Watson followed her here, leading to the success of this program Both of those players seniors in their last years with their head coach. Coach Salih searching for the program's first outright MAC title tonight. The Cardinals have won 3 all-time regular season championships, going back-to-back in 2002 and 2003, and then, of course, this season, because no matter what, the Cardinals will win at least a share of the MAC title. Out of the halftime break, sideline inbound, Cardinals working it right to left. Allie Becky will have it. Straight away, Richard sets the screen. Pick and roll, not open, down in the paint. Pass instead to MJ, Austin rather, top of the key. Over to Kiefer, right wing. Good defense by Beatty, rejecting any shot of a three-pointer. Austin takes the handoff, same spot. No-look feed to Richard, far corner. Back to Austin, same spot. Thought about a three. Reach around pass to Richard. Off the glass she goes and in. The first bucket of the second half goes to the Cardinals, and we're knotted up at 27. 8 points for Alex Richard. Watson on the other end, inside. Pass out into the hands of Cornfield deep in the left wing. Straight away. Now to the charity stripe. Great feed between the defense to a wide open Beatty who finishes in the paint. Becky across the timeline with the Bulls up 29-27, 9 to go in the third quarter. Richard working the inside. Tough layups. How did she do that? Falling backwards. It might as well be called a mid-range floater rather than a layup, which is what she went for at first. Watson in transition goes for a shot. Mid-range, no good. Rebound, Becky. Cardinals working it. Austin, left wing, 3 ball. Rattles out. Rebound, Kiefer. Restricted zone. Easy putback. Cards have the lead. 31-29, 8:30 to go in the third quarter. Other end, a pass down low to Lewis Williams along the baseline. She can't keep her footing and steps out of bounds. The first turnover of the second half is accredited to the Buffalo Bulls. Full court defense by Sitoa Hines. Not enough to take Becky off of her dribble. Across the timeline. Straight away. Pass, Kiefer, top of the key. Beatty guarding, over to Austin, far arc. Working inside, no look pass, Kiefer, easy finish. 4 early points in the second half for Kiefer, 33-29. Cards lead by 2 possessions with 8 to go in the third quarter. Cornfield working the far arc. Pass to Watson, over to Beatty, top of the key. Finds Lewis Williams in the right side, still working the perimeter. She'll take a jumper inside, off the glass and in. Call it a bank shot. Taken from the left elbow. 33-31, Cards still lead. Now just a 1-possession control with 7:40 to go in the third. Becky moving inside from the front. Great around the back pass to Marie Kiefer. Lewis Williams left stunned. 35-31, Kiefer is up to 8 points. 6 in this first 2.5 minutes alone. Cornfield working the left side. Cardinals up 4. Heads down low. Pass. Beatty leads her into the paint, and she is fouled by Marie Kiefer on her way to the basket. That's going to be Marie Kiefer's second personal. And it will be the first trip to the line for the senior Jordan Beatty, a 61% free throw shooter. The Bulls leave nobody along the sides of the paint for a rebound, as all 4 Bulls besides Beatty will take positions on defense. First basket good, second free throw as well. Beatty up to double digits with 10 points, and it's 35-33 Cardinals with 7:06 to go. Becky across the timeline along the far side, working the wing. Hand off Richard, left wing. Bischoff straight away, over to Kiefer, right side, down low, Richard, pass, intercepted by Beatty, and tapped out of bounds. 13 on the shot clock. Inbound, under the basket. Allie Becky to take it in. Feed at the MAC logo to Bischoff. Out, 3 ball, good. Inbound to Richard rather, pass to Bischoff, as she's the one with the 3 ball. Down low in transition, Lewis Williams working the paint and finishes. 35-38. Cards lead with 6:35 to go. Becky working the left arc. Screen, Richard, pick and roll. She's open, takes the pass in the restricted zone. Dribble, double teamed, loses control of the ball, and they will say it's off of Buffalo. Bailed out, a great double team by the Bulls. Lewis Williams enters double digits as well, as that was her 10th point on that last shot by Buffalo. Becky inbound on the baseline, can't get it cleanly. Watson covering Bischoff well, and it's stolen by Lewis Williams. Fast break, feed to Cornfield. She can't finish. Another missed layup by the Bulls in transition. Austin pass, Bischoff deep in the left wing. And she is fouled by Cornfield as she tried to heave a pass to Marie Kiefer in the left wing. First foul by Nola Lee Cornfield. Substitution here, Elise Stuck. Looked like she will sub in. She is just the inbounder as well, as she subs in for Madeline Bischoff. Inbound to Becky, over to Kiefer, just inside the left wing. Pass Richard, a whistle off ball, and a foul on Buffalo down in the paint. They're going to call that one on Chella Watson, her second personal. 6:03 to go in the third quarter. Cards lead 38-35. Becky to inbound underneath the hoop. Gets it to Richard, tipped out of bounds, off of Buffalo. Jordan Beatty, the guilty party. She thought that was out on Alex Richard. Instead, it's another inbound now along the near side of the baseline. Becky to pass. Tosses one over everybody's head to Kiefer. Heading to the near block. Back out. Kiefer, right wing. Becky, rather. Austin, far corner. A whistle and another foul. A pass down low to Stuck. And she's fouled before she can gather it. Another one on Cornfield, the second personal, and the team's third in this third quarter. Not even halfway through. Becky, another inbound here. Far side of the baseline now. 20 on the shot clock. Gets it to Kiefer in the far wing. Handoff Austin. Over to Stuck, top of the key. Thought about three. Give to Richard. Mid-range jumper along the near side. Misses. And a rebound by Watson. Buffalo working it now. Across the stripe. Handoff Cornfield. Straight away. Bounce pass intercepted by Marie Kiefer. Becky working the right arc. Down to Richard. Layup good off the glass. She's up to 11 points. 12 rather. 40-35, Ball State leads, and Coach Burke signals for the first time out of this second half. Ball State surging here. Marie Kiefer, 4 of 5 on her last 5 attempts from the field, with the team 5 of 6 on their last 6 overall. It's been all Ball State to start off this third quarter, halfway through it. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. The score 40-35 in favor of the Cardinals with 5:17 to go in this third quarter. I'm Brayden Carroll, no analyst alongside, so I'll be talking you through it the whole way. Alex Richard, she has started off this second half strong. with 5 points to boot. She is up to 12 on the game. Right behind her, Marie Kiefer has 8, and Lachelle Austin with 6. For Buffalo, 2 double-digit scores so far, with Kirsten Lewis Williams at 10, alongside Jordan Beatty with the same count. Buffalo led by as much as 5 in this one. Now it's the Cardinals with their largest lead of the game, similarly at 5 points. A critical juncture here as Coach Burke barks her orders to the Buffalo Bulls huddle. So many implications in this one. The Bulls playing to keep their chances of a MAC regular season title alive. Ball State playing to win it all outright with a victory tonight. The Cardinals shooting 45% from the field, 30% from beyond the arc, a tough 58% mark from the free throw line, but not enough to swing the favor out of their side. Meanwhile, Buffalo, a perfect 4 of 4 from the stripe, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, and 35% from the field. Maybe one of the bigger differences in why the Bulls are facing a 5-point deficit right now. Out of the media timeout, it'll be Cito Hannes, the senior, to inbound. She has 3 points so far. Gives it to Cornfield straight away. She has 5. Becky Garden. Beatty sets the screen. Pick and roll not there. Feed to the low block. Lewis Williams working Kiefer. Stuck on a pivot foot out to Cornfield in the left corner. A whistle.
3 seconds.
And a 3-second violation. They'll call that one on Lewis Williams. A tough turnover to take. Ariana Sewell ready to sub in for Buffalo on the next dead ball. For now, Marie Kiefer working the top of the key. Pass to Kiefer, same spot. Heading in from the far side. Layup off the glass, no good. But she is fouled by Jordan Beatty. That's the 3rd personal for the senior forward.
4th on the team.
Likely to see Sewell sub in here for Jordan Beatty, but first a media timeout. .450 on the clock. Ball State leads 40-35. Taking a look around the Mid-American Conference right now, really want to focus in on that Toledo-Northern Illinois game, which has reached the halftime break. 38-31, the Rockets lead. Again, that's a big one for Buffalo, as the Rockets tied up in conference record with the Bulls at 12-4, but the Rockets hold the head-to-head tiebreaker over Buffalo. So if you're a Bulls fan and you want at least the 2nd seed in the MAC tournament, you want the Rockets to lose tonight. The rest of the way, Toledo's final game is on the road at Kent State, so that one also could be a loss for Toledo, the advantage for Buffalo. But if the Bulls lose tonight, then they need Toledo to lose both to Northern Illinois and Kent State. We'll take a break here during the media timeout. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts, right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. 4:50 in the 3rd quarter as the media timeout breaks. Ball State leads 40-35 over Buffalo, their largest lead so far in this game. The Bulls were up by as much as 7. I kept saying 5, not realizing the Bulls had a 7-point lead at one point in the first half. Now facing a 2-possession deficit. And it could extend here with free throws out of the media timeout. Jordan Beatty fouling Marie Kiefer down low in the paint. So 2 shots for Marie Kiefer, a 72% free throw shooter. She was perfect with 3 attempts against Western Michigan on the first of this month. And she misses that first attempt. Marie Kiefer with 8 points so far. Now 9 as she makes the second. 41-35, the largest lead for the Cardinals. 4:45 to go in the third quarter. Cornfield between the rings. Becky hovers. Reach around pass, great feed down low to Watson, who finishes at the glass. 41-37, Ball State leads, 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Kiefer, top of the key. Pass, stuck, right wing. Pivot foot, give to Austin, same spot. Now to MJ, just inside the top of the perimeter. Goes down low and finishes over Chella Watson, rather Sewell. 43-37 in transition. It's Hanness working down low and she can't finish. Rebound, Malia Johnson. Other end, Becky. Bounce pass to MJ in the right arc. Heading to the basket. Whistle and a charge. Another one on Ball State. That's the first foul by Malia Johnson, the team's second of this third quarter, and it will result in the team's 10th turnover. 43-37, Ball State still up here with just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cornfield working it, right arc. Pass, top of the key to Sewell. Now Watson, same spot. She'll take a left elbow jumper, misses, gets her own rebound, reverse layup, can't make that one either. Rebound heads out of bounds, and they'll say it's off of the Cardinals. 3:30 to go in this third quarter, an inbound coming up for Buffalo, down by 6 points. Rebound looked to be off of the hands of MJ before it sailed to the baseline. Inbound into the hands of Sewell. Pass now to Chella Watson, left wing. Heads to the Cardinal logo. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Makes her move at the charity stripe. Pass tipped, stolen by Becky. In transition, Austin all alone for the finish. Her first basket of the second half, and it's 45-37 Ball State. In transition, another steal, but Austin can't keep her foot in bounds. Ball was sailing as she intercepted a pass, tried to save it, but just out of reach. Substitution here as McKenna Schaefer subs out. And in for her is Hanness. A whistle. And it's an off-ball foul on Buffalo. That's the team's 5th. They'll call that one on Cornfield. Her 3rd personal, and that will bring Jordan Beatty into action. She checks in for Sewell. (45-37) with 2:53 to go in the second quarter. Cardinals lead. Becky across the timeline. Pass to Richard, right elbow, over to Johnson on the opposite side. Now Becky working the near wing. Austin, top of the key, over to Stuck. Pass down low to Johnson, sails out of bounds. 11th turnover for the Cardinals. And Buffalo just looking for something here. Scoreless in the last 2 minutes. Cornfield will take it across the half-court timeline. Leaves a pass for Watson. Right wing, Beatty top of the key. Over to Lewis Williams at the left arc. Haness, handoff, back to Lewis Williams. Charity stripe, loses the ball. Fight for it. Who's got it? A whistle and a foul on Elise Stuck. Can't blame her. Going for the loose ball, but ended up rolling on top of Nolani Cornfield. Third personal for Ball State in this third quarter. A near side inbound, as it will be Chella Watson to pass it in. Cornfield takes it straight away. 17 on the shot clock. 2 minutes in the third. Feed, Watson straight away. Bounce pass, Lewis Williams left elbow. Working on Marie Kiefer. Back out, Beatty straight away. Over into the hands of Cornfield, same spot. Bounce pass, Beatty spinning around for a layup before the shot clock violation. She misses, doesn't touch the rim, so that will be a violation in Ball State basketball. Substitution here for the Cardinals as Madeline Bischoff checks back in with Lachelle Austin hitting the bench. She has 8 points so far. Madeline Bischoff has 5 of her own on 2 of 5 shooting. 45-37 still the score as Becky takes it across the stripe. Pass to Austin, left corner. Down low, MJ can't get it to her cleanly. Stolen by Watson, fast break. Cornfield stuck on a pivot foot in the paint, forced to pass out to Beatty. Back to Cornfield, now in the left wing. Double team by MJ and Becky. Heads to the charity stripe. Over, wide open. Haness in the far corner, takes a 3, no good. Rebound, Elise Stuck. Minute 20 left in the third quarter. Ball State working it. Becky straight away. Cornfield hovering. Over to Kiefer, just inside the perimeter. Wide open mid-range jumper, not a problem. She's up to 11 points, 47-37. Other side, Lewis Williams maybe moving too quickly to the paint, lost the ball. Becky, outlet pass to Elise Stuck in the right wing, and a reset pass to Kiefer on the left side. Bischoff straight away, a whistle blown, and a foul. They'll call that one on Cornfield, her fourth personal, signaled for the blocking foul. And that will force the substitution as Paulo Lopez checks in. So with 5 personals here in the third quarter, Ball State at the bonus. 2 shots for Madeline Bischoff. An 83% free throw shooter, one of the better marks on this team. She only had 1 attempt against Western Michigan, made that one, and she makes her first on this trip. Up to 6 points, looking for her 7th, and she makes it. 52 seconds in the third, Ball State leads 49-37, a double-digit advantage. Working the ball. Paula Lopez, bounce pass to Watson, right arc. Beatty straight away now. Into the hands of Haness, right wing. Down low, Lewis Williams takes the pass and is fouled. That'll be a push on Allie Becky, her second. Team's 4th, 1 away from giving Buffalo the bonus. However, it won't matter much unless a foul is allotted here with 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lopez to inbound on the baseline, feeds it to Beatty. She gives to Watson in the right wing, heading along the baseline, down low, finds a wide open 3-point shot taken by Haness. Her first basket of the second half is a 3-ball, 49-40, back to a single-digit game. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Allie Becky will take it across the timeline for what should be the last possession. Bounce pass. Johnson now, straight away. Back to Becky, same spot. Over to Kiefer, left wing, wide open, takes the 3 and hits it. Marie Kiefer electric in the third quarter. And that will end it. A half-court heave by Watson offline, and it's 52-40 in favor of the Cardinals with 1 quarter to go. You're listening to Sports Link Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. We'll be right back after this.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least 1 Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Welcome back to Worthen Arena. Ball State leads 52-40 over the visiting Buffalo Bulls with the outright MAC title on the line tonight. I'm Brayden Carroll. Thank you for joining us. This is the largest lead of the game for the Ball State Cardinals. Buffalo led by as much as seven at one point in the first half, and now they find themselves down by double digits. It's a game that has been defined off the glass. Buffalo wins the offensive boards, but Ball State has cleaned up on the defensive side, 24-16. Buffalo has had the lead for over half of this game, but the Cardinals surge in the third quarter, proving to be the difference, headed by Marie Kiefer, who has managed 10 points here in the third quarter. Fantastic performance by number 14, a senior in her second to last game at Worthen Arena. The story is simple for Buffalo. They have to make their shots if they want to try and come back in this one. They're being outshot by the Cardinals 51% to 34%. The Bulls 16 of 47 from the floor. From beyond the arc, they are 4 of 10. They've managed to make all of their free throws, but that just hasn't been enough to take down Ball State through three quarters. Only 4 attempts from the stripe so far for Buffalo, to their credit, hitting all of them. 12 turnovers by both teams, 17 personals by Buffalo. That's been a big factor as well, as the Cardinals have found themselves in the bonus in all three quarters so far. The Bulls break the huddle. Coach Becky Burke looking for her 55th win at Buffalo. A chance to keep a share of the MAC title alive. If you're a Bull fan listening, Toledo, Northern Illinois currently at 42-31 in favor of the Rockets. Not the result you want to see, with Toledo at the second spot in the MAC standings. Buffalo will start with it left to right. Here in the final stanza, Lopez takes the inbound straight away. Pass to Lewis Williams, top of the key. Back to the hands of Lopez. Down low, Lewis Williams goes for a layup. The iron unkind again. Buffalo struggling to make their layups so far. Austin takes it across the stripe. Bischoff now straight away. Dish back into the hands of Austin. Far wing. Double team. Over to Stuck. Straight away down low. Richard working the restricted zone. Missing the layup, but fouled on the way. They'll call Lewis Williams for that one. Her fourth personal. She is the second Buffalo Bull with 4. And that's the first of the fourth quarter. Correction, third personal for Lewis Williams. Richard, first free throw. Good off the rim. She is up to 13 points. Make it 42 between this game and her last against Western. Now 43 and 14 points tonight. 54-40, a 2 of 2 trip. Lewis Williams on the fast break, missing another layup, and the rebound into the hands of Alex Richard. 54-40, Cardinals with the lead. Austin loses her handles, gets the ball back, and safely passes to Kiefer, who gives to Bischoff in the left wing. Watson guarding deep in the perimeter, over to Austin, far wing. Cross-court pass to Richard, mid-range jumper, off the front of the rim, and good. Alex Richard, 56-40, she's got 16 points. Buffalo quickly working on offense. Hines to the baseline. Back out to Watson, left wing. Austin guarding. Down to the opposite side of the block. She is rejected by Austin. And stolen away as Haness intercepts a pass between Austin and Bischoff. The Bulls a free possession here. Beatty, top of the key. Over to Watson, right wing. Tosses one, same spot to Lewis Williams. And a give to Haness. Lopez now, straight away, 10 on the shot clock. Austin guarding. Richard switches on defense. Down low, feed to Beatty. Beautiful, off the glass she goes and makes the shot. Jordan Beatty up to 12 points. 56-42, Cards still lead in transition. Outlet pass, Stuck open in the corner and connects. Elise Stuck, her first points of the second half. She's up to 5. 59-42, 8 to go. Buffalo, other end, tough shot in the paint, missed. Second chance bucket by Beatty falls. That was Haness with the miss and Beatty with the putback. 59-44, Ball State leads. Elise Stuck moving to the mid-range on the near side, loses the ball, tipped away by Haness and off of the Buffalo Bulls. Some substitutions here. Allie Becky checks in for Alex Richard. And Nolani Cornfield checks in for the likes of Paulo Lopez. A 15-point lead for the Cardinals. 7:40 away from the outright MAC title. Lachelle Austin to inbound on the Cardinals side along the near sideline. Give to Becky, deep in the left wing. Working the top of the key. Bounce pass, Elise Stuck, charity stripe, heading in. Tough layup, no good, but a foul allotted to Jordan Beatty. That is her fourth personal. The second Bull with 4. Lewis Williams not far behind with 3 personals of her own. Elise Stuck, 2 free throws here. 1 of 2 against Western Michigan, 64% on the season. The most amount of points she scored this year, 20 against Buffalo on the 11th of January. She makes the first free throw. A transfer from Michigan, played there from 2020 to 2024. Academic All Big Ten her last year, which is tough to do in the Big Ten. Some great schools there. Makes both of her free throws. 61-44 the score, 7:30 to go. Bounce pass down low. Beatty going for the shot is fouled. A great feed weaving through the defense from the likes of Cornfield. Third foul by Marie Kiefer. And a trip to the line for the 61% free throw shooter, Jordan Beatty. She is up to 14 points right now, but facing deep foul trouble, 1 away from fouling out. 2 dribbles and the shot, no good, off the back of the rim. Again, Buffalo leaving nobody on the glass as all 4 other Bulls prepare for defense. Second free throw good, a 1 of 2 trip for Jordan Beatty. She's up to 15 points, 6:22 to go, 7:22 rather, 61-45 Cardinals lead. Becky across the timeline, trapped in a timeout by Coach Salih as a great double team by Buffalo forces it. Just the first timeout taken of this second half by Ball State. They have 3 remaining, as well as the Buffalo Bulls. Looking at foul trouble a little deeper here. Jordan Beatty has 4 personals. Nolani Cornfield has 4 as well. Kirsten Lewis Williams with 3. For the Cardinals, Marie Kiefer is the only Ball State player above 2 personals right now with 3, so not much of a trouble there for Ball State. But for Buffalo, you have to consider it. Jordan Beatty, the leading scorer so far for the Bulls with 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting. Can't lose her in the late goings of this game. Ball State will be back in action on Saturday the 8th, hosting Ohio for senior night. The Bobcats 9-20 on the season, 4 of 12 in Mid-American Conference play. Currently playing Western Michigan right now, down 46-42. Rowan Elbert will be on the call there as play-by-play. I'll be the analyst for that one here on SportsLink Digital. And you can catch SportsLink Digital next in action for men's volleyball on Friday as the Ball State Cardinals host number 9 Loyola in a heavyweight MIVA matchup. Don't want to miss that one. I'll be on play-by-play for that. No analyst again for that one. Spring break will do that to you. Ball State, the 3-time MAC regular season champs, if you count this year, as they have already clinched it. 2002 and 2003, they went back-to-back, and here they are off a 16-2 year in the MAC last season. Couldn't manage to win the conference. They're aiming for the same 16-2 record this year if they can beat Buffalo tonight and Ohio on Saturday. But this time, they want the banner alongside it. Buffalo breaks their huddle here during this Ball State timeout. A 61-45 lead for the Cardinals with 7:18 to go. And Coach Salih taking his time. As we saw last night, no lead is safe. The Cardinals on the men's side blowing a 22-point lead, 17-point lead at halftime, 21 rather, 17 at halftime to Central Michigan on senior night. This one, a 16-point lead for the Cardinals with 7 minutes to go. Ball State led by as much as 17 in this one. There's only been 3 lead changes by both teams, 4 ties. Ball State has forced, Buffalo has forced 1, but it has been a good while since the Bulls have been in contention for this game. And you can just tell by the body language on the bench how the Bulls are feeling right now. Nobody's standing up except for the coaches. Meanwhile, spirits are high on the Ball State bench as Coach Salih breaks the huddle. Ball State's inbound along the near sideline. Lachelle Austin to pass it in. Finds Elise Stuck amidst the traffic, and a pass to Becky straight away. Cornfield guarding, heads in along the far side. Feed, somehow got it to Marie Kiefer, near corner, and she sinks the 3-ball. What a great feed by Marie Kiefer. I don't even know if Becky, who passed it rather, thought that Kiefer was there. 64-45 with 7 to go. Ball State, the biggest lead of this game. Jordan Beatty straight away, pass Watson. She'll take a 3 in the near wing and misses. Elise Stuck is there for the glass rebound. Allie Becky to take it across the timeline with Cornfield hovering. Deep in the left wing, 20 on the shot clock. Content to run this clock down a bit before setting the play. Becky heads inside. Bounce pass around everybody to Marie Kiefer. The connection between them is pure. Kiefer up to 19 points. Other end, Cornfield working the left elbow, guarded closely by Becky. Pass out into the hands of Hanness along the left corner. A feed to Lewis Williams over her head, cross court, and it's a turnover. Ball State closing in with 6:13 to go, up 21. Substitution here for the Cardinals. Alex Richard back in. Elise Stuck will check out, receiving a clapping ovation from Cardinal fans along the far bleachers. Full court trap, not enough to stop the Cardinals as Becky takes it across the timeline. Feed to Austin. She looks for Bischoff in the corner. Pass tipped. It'll stay with the Cards. 23 on the shot clock. Austin to inbound along the far sideline. Richard takes the pass and gives it right back to Austin, straight away. Cornfield guarding, pick and roll to Richard, not there. Pass to Kiefer instead. Finds Bischoff in the corner, tried to give it to Austin midair, and it's intercepted by Cornfield. Fast break, pass down low to Watson, and it's a travel. She grabbed the ball with both hands and took too many steps before gathering her dribble. 5:49 to go, 66-45. Cards still lead by 21 here in the fourth quarter. Full court trap doesn't stop him again. Richard down low, contested by Beatty. Doesn't stop Richard from finishing. She's up to 18 points, 68-45. Ball State leads. Other end, Cornfield heading to the glass. Whistle and a foul. They'll call Allie Becky for that one, her third personal. The second Cardinal with 3 fouls. A quiet night here for Allie Becky with just 4 points. Hasn't scored yet in the second half, but it hasn't been much of a difference. Allie Becky being a great facilitator in this one. 9 assists. First free throw by Cornfield is good. That's her first point of the second half. Averages 10.6 a game, 5.5 assists per game. She's right behind Allie Becky for the most assists per game in the MAC, and she makes both free throws. 68-47. Ball State leads, 5.5 to go. Kiefer, pass across the court to Richards. Bounce pass back to Kiefer. Trap along the half-court line results in a steal by Lewis Williams. And stolen right back by Lachelle Austin, and then heads out of bounds. She passed to Bischoff. Bischoff tried to feed Austin down low. Turnover to turnover to turnover, and it results in Buffalo basketball. Substitution here as Tira Harness checks in for Sitota Hines. Cornfield across the timeline at the Cardinal logo. 5 minutes to go. Buffalo down 21, looking for something here. Heads to the stripe. Mid-range jumper off the back of the iron, and no good. Kiefer's there for the rebound. Becky across the timeline at the half-court logo. Give to Richard just inside the right wing. Handoff. Becky straight away. Double-teamed. Whistle. And a timeout by Coach Salih. Another smart one. He's used both of his timeouts here in the second half to prevent turnovers. Both successfully. We'll take a break with them. 4:40 to go. Ball State leads 48-37 over Buffalo. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome back live from Worthen Arena. The score, Ball State 68, Buffalo 47 with 4:40 to go. Out of the Coach Salih timeout, Becky to inbound underneath the basket. Give to Austin in the far corner. She'll head down low with Kiefer. Richard. Right elbow, three, no good. Mid-range jumper, Kiefer's there for the offensive board. Bischoff now, straight away, heading toward the baseline along the far side. And she'll give to Becky, right wing. Heading in, and back out to Bischoff. 3-ball, left arc. No good, rebound Beatty. Ball State missing their shots there. Watson across the court, finishes down low over Allie Becky. Watson a quiet 9 points. Lead cut down to 19. 4 minutes to go. 68-49 in favor of the Cardinals. Lachelle Austin working it on offense. Watson forcing the jump ball. That's what she was trying to do, and instead is going to be a foul on Ball State on Lachelle Austin. So I believe the case scenario there was Watson won possession, and then Austin was called for the foul on the scrap. Regardless, Cornfield working it for the Buffalo Bulls. Down low, a great feed to Beatty, who's uncontested at the hoop. She's up to 17 points, and the lead's cut down to 17. 68-51 with 3:40 to go. Kiefer, pass to Becky. Barely corrals it with one hand before it sails out of bounds. Give to Austin, now over to Kiefer. Extra pass, Bischoff, far corner, 3-ball. No good, off the rim. Fight for the rebound in the hands of Lewis Williams. Buffalo across the timeline as it's Cornfield in the left wing. Great feed to Lewis Williams in the paint. Got the pass behind Marie Kiefer, and it's a 15-point game. Lewis Williams up to 12. 68-53 the score. Outlet pass tipped by Lewis Williams as Kiefer was looking for Madeline Bischoff. Ends up out of bounds, and luckily the ball stays with the Cardinals. 3:06 to go. Buffalo showing fight here. They know what's on the line. A share of the MAC title if they can win tonight and win against Western Michigan next week. In that case, Ball State would need to lose to Ohio. Out of the inbound, Lachelle Austin, right wing, feed to Bischoff in the corner. Bounce pass down low on the block. It's Richard. Tough shot over Beatty. Good. Alex Richard up to 20 points. Other end, Cornfield working the top of the key. Bulls down 70-51. Pass to Beatty, stolen away by Marie Kiefer. Ball State basketball with Becky crossing the timeline. 2:30 to go, a 17-point lead. Becky straight away, dribbling, maybe to choose some clock. Bounce pass, Richard straight away, pass Austin, left wing. Give back to Richard at the charity stripe. 2 on the shot clock. Give to Kiefer's tapped away, forcing the shot clock violation. 2:09 to go. Ball State still up 70-53. It'll take a lot for the Bulls to come back. It's not impossible, but it is not close to probable. Cornfield across the timeline. You need something here. Richard. She gets right behind Cornfield, and Kiefer blocks Cornfield down low. Becky, pass, Austin in transition to the cup, misses, but is fouled. And if they call that one on Lewis Williams, she will have fouled out of this game. Correction, that's her fourth. I'm still behind on Lewis Williams. I marked her earlier in the game on my spot chart for her fourth personal, and I keep missing that. So that's her fourth personal. Austin at the charity stripe, making her first free throw. She's up to 9 points, 71-53. Again, Lewis Williams has not fouled out, as she is at 4 right now. Second free throw, good as well. That puts Austin into double digits, 10 points, 72-53. Ball State leads, minute 48 to go. Watson, step back 3, straight away, money. She's up to 12 points, 72-55 the score with a minute 39 to go. Becky, pass to Kiefer, still hasn't crossed the timeline. Will with the pass to Richard. Down low, Austin, it's stolen away by Beatty. Cornfield to Watson. Another 3 ball. That one's good. She's heating up here late. 72-58 the score. A minute 20 to go. Maybe the Texas A&M Vanderbilt strategy here. You got to foul, I think. Bounce pass to Bischoff. If anybody watched that men's basketball game a couple weeks ago, you know what I'm talking about. A trap at the half-court stripe is resulting in another timeout by Coach Salih to prevent a turnover. Just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, a couple weeks ago, Texas A&M played Vanderbilt. Men's basketball, by the way. The Aggies were down by double digits. I want to say off the top of my head, something like 14 or 15 with 2 minutes to go. They ended up fouling Vanderbilt every time the Commodores got the ball and just playing the game of if they miss one free throw and we make a shot, then that's a point advantage for us with what? 6 seconds, 7 seconds off the clock if we move down the court quick enough. Play that game for 2 straight minutes. Texas A&M ended up making it a one-possession game, losing off of a missed shot at the buzzer. They had a chance to win, despite being down, I want to say something like 14, 15 points, 2 minutes left. Now, granted, the last 2 minutes in real time took about 40 minutes. It was unbearable to watch, but it's the right strategy. Maybe you do it here if you're Coach Burke. Ball State has it out of the timeout. It's Becky across the timeline. A minute to go. To the charity stripe. Over to Austin. Left wing. 3 ball. This could clinch it. No good. But offensive board to Richard. She can't corral it as she is stepping along the baseline. A turnover and basketball into the hands of Buffalo. This possession could very well decide the strategy for the Bulls from here on out. Watson takes the inbound. You gotta make a basket here. Straight away, handoff, Cornfield, top of the key, back to Watson, catch and shoot 3, right wing, that one is way short. And a rebound to Alex Richard. The Bulls aren't fouling. Could be a signal of what's to come. A Ball State victory, perhaps. Becky across the timeline, double teamed, and the ball is tipped out of bounds by Tira Harness off of her shin. 40 seconds to go, 21 on the shot clock. Bischoff to inbound along the far sideline. Kiefer takes it. Becky receives the pass from Kiefer. Cross the stripe. Bounce pass. Kiefer loses it. Turnover. 32 seconds left. Buffalo down 72-58. Inbound here. It's going to be Beatty to Cornfield. Across the timeline. You need a quick catch and shoot three. Watson has it straight away. Back into the hands of Cornfield. 25 on the game clock. 22 on the shot clock. Feed. Lewis Williams. Jumper at the charity stripe. Money. She's up to 14 points. 18 seconds on the game clock. Pass to Austin. Outlet. A whistle. And a substitution. As Ali Becky will sub out. A standing ovation for Worthen Arena. Elise Stuck in the game. Buffalo will substitute as well. Hanness in for Chella Watson. 14.4 seconds away from an outright MAC title. The first in Ball State's history. Tessa Towers will also check into a standing ovation. Alex Richards subs out. She'll receive one as well. What an exciting night here. Everybody's on their feet in Worthen. Stuck, far side inbound. Safely to Kiefer. Back to Stuck. Dribbling it out at the half-court logo. Handoff to Austin. 7 seconds left. 72-60 is the final score. And Ball State has won the MAC outright.
Cardinals get the dub for the first time in 22 years. The outright Mid-American Conference Championship. Stick around for a post-game celebration.
For the first time ever, Ball State wins outright with the better MAC record of any other team. They won technically outright in 2003 with a head-to-head victory over the second-seeded team. But this one means a little more. The best record in the MAC. The first time Ball State has ever done so. 72-60 is the final score. Alex Richard with 20 points. Marie Kiefer 19, Lachelle Austin 10. For Buffalo, it was a great performance from Jordan Beatty, 17 points, despite facing foul trouble for most of the game. Chella Watson, 12 points. Lewis Williams with 14. A good shooting night as well for the Cardinals. 53% from the field. They're coming off a game where they shot 6% from beyond the arc. They were 38% from tonight. And the Cardinals run to the locker room, not walk. An exciting night. The MAC title shirts are out. The ladders on the nets are out, as everybody's going to get a piece of memorabilia on this team to take home with them and cherish forever. The third ever regular season championship for the Cardinals. They won it in 2002, 2003, and 2025 now. Ball State is next in action against Ohio at home on senior night. That game is on Saturday, March 8th. Rowan Elbert on the call here on SportsLink Digital. I'll be the color commentator for that one. You can next catch some Ball State athletics here on SportsLink Digital on Friday. Men's volleyball hosting number 9 Loyola. 2 ranked teams going at it. A massive MIVA showdown. Can't wait for that one. I'll be on the call. No analyst again. Spring break, you know. That's just how it is. The final score, once again, Ball State 72, Buffalo 60. The Cardinals improved to 23-7 on the year, 15-2 in the Mid-American Conference, making them one conference win away from tying the most in program history. Buffalo will fall to 23-6, 12-5 in the Mid-American Conference, and remains at third place in the MAC standings. That'll do it here from Worthen Arena. I'm Brayden Carroll. Thank you for joining us. If you want to catch some men's volleyball action, I'll see you on Friday. If you want to catch this team again, I'll see you on Saturday. Have yourself a great rest of the week. This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. Ball State women's basketball. Thank you for joining us tonight.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.